How's it going, Titan Nation? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to a draft review edition of Titans and Truth. I'm your man Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, and we're gonna have a pretty decent show this evening. Probably gonna be a little bit shorter than a lot of shows have been in the past, as I quickly review the Titans draft from this past weekend. And I honestly can say I was thoroughly impressed with what John Robinson did in this draft. If you want some more information on a few things that they did in the draft, if you got my Facebook page, go to Titans and True Fans, and you'll definitely see some of my videos from what I talked about the first round, and also what we did in the second round as well. But I'm going to quickly go over some things as far as what I liked about what the Titans picked. And I thought John Robinson did an excellent job of addressing a few needs needed for this football team. First things first, we all know what happened in the first round. He traded up 3 spots, got ahead of the New England Patriots as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers, and got Rashaan Evans, linebacker out of Alabama. I called it. I thought this would be the pick. I had him picked normally at 25, where we were normally going to pick, and I just thought this was a absolute home run, slam dunk of a pick. I was really happy with this pick, because I thought Rashaan Evans fit perfectly into what we're going to do defensively, and I think he could start day one as our middle linebacker, as our quarterback of our defense, alongside Wesley Woodyard. And then you really don't have to take him off the field. Even on third down, you could take Woodyard off, bring in Jayon Brown, or you could bring in Jayon Brown and have Rashaan Evans rush off the edge as well. So, I mean, you could definitely do that. Or if you have a 4-3 package together, you can have, your 4-down lineman, and then Rashaan Evans either at the weak side linebacker or the strong side linebacker coming off the edge as well. So I absolutely love this pick. I thought he was very professional in his press conference. They talked about how he chased horses, which is part of his regimen, which I'm thinking, if you could catch a horse that goes about 25, 30 miles an hour, you could catch a speedy running back coming out of the backfield, or keep up with a tight end or a slot receiver. So I really like that pick, and I thought it was a great trade. Only gave up a 4th round pick to get him, and I thought that was genius of John Robinson. Then in the second round, J-Rob did it again. He mastered another trade, a masterpiece, as he traded up from 57 to 41 with the Oakland Raiders and picked Harold Landry, the pass rusher from Boston College, who had a sensational junior year with 16.5 sacks and I believe 7 forced fumbles in that year. The fact that he only gave up a 3rd round pick to get this guy was incredible. I mean, yeah, you hate not having a 3rd or 4th round pick in this draft, but picking the 2 most important needs, an inside linebacker as well as pass rusher, is well worth it. I thought it was incredible. I liked how Harold Landry has the bend and the weight and the speed to get around offensive linemen and things like that. He's going to have to develop some pass rush moves, but I think he'll be very beneficial behind Derek Morgan and Brian Orakpo. And one thing I liked from the press conferences, especially about both of these guys, is that Mike Vrabel said, yes, I want them to learn from Wesley Woodyard or Brian Orakpo or Derek Morgan, but don't come in here trying to be an understudy. Come here and compete. Try to beat these guys out for their starting jobs. Earn the starting jobs. So he's not saying, Landry, Evans, y'all just sit back and wait a year before you start. He said, hey, go out there and earn your starting spot right now. So I really liked that initiative that Coach Vrabel took with that. Now, after that, we had to wait a long time until the 5th round to pick another player, which, again, we traded up. So we traded up for the 3rd time in this draft to get a safety, Dane Cruikshank from Arizona. And so I didn't get to watch a lot of tape on this guy, but I did see a few highlights. A very speedy safety. Can be a bit of a thumper as well, but he does have to work on having some consistent coverage. And but I think he could definitely challenge Jonathan Cyprian for that second spot. He'll at least be the third safety off the bench, and then he can also be a big help on special teams. Can play both positions, either free safety or strong safety. Can play down in the box, maybe in some nickel or dime packages, and again can help on special teams. And so that was in the 5th round. And then in the 6th round, kind of a surprise pick for me. He went backup quarterback with Luke Falk out of Washington State. Now, a lot of people had him pegged maybe, could slip into the 1st round, or at least will be 2nd or 3rd round. He ends up in the 6th round at the infamous Tom Brady 199 pick, to be exact. But one thing about him, he has some good timing, good accuracy, completed over 67% of his passes, but he does have to work on not taking the hits and the sacks. He's going to have to learn to get the football away a lot quicker, playing a much more spread offense, throw him around in the air raid offense that he was playing in with Mike Leach up in Wazoo State, Washington State. But I think a very good find. I think by year 2, he'll be the backup quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. Now, one thing I wanted to also do is I wanted to give some congratulations to a few players that got drafted. First off, to my alma mater, the University of Memphis. Congratulations to Anthony Miller. Got picked with the 51st pick in round 2 to the Chicago Bears. And also to Jannard Avery. I believe he got picked 151. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. It was 149. I'm sorry. It was like in the 5th round to the Cleveland Browns. So I'm definitely proud of both of those guys getting drafted. And also shout out to Shaquem Griffin. He's been a story of the entire offseason process. He only has really one good arm, his right arm, but he still plays at a high level. He got picked by the Seahawks in the 4th round. So he gets to join his older brother, Shaquille Griffin, in Seattle with the Seahawks. And of course, Shaquem Griffin was invited to the draft, was in the green room, I believe, for day 2, because it may have looked like he might go in the 3rd round. But after that, he waited in his hotel in Dallas, got the call with his brother, and ends up they are now teammates in Seattle. And now also one other thing I will give a shout out to are the Edmonds brothers, Tremaine and Terrell Edmonds, 2 brothers who both got drafted in the 1st round of this year's draft. Of course, Tremaine Edmonds going 16 to the Buffalo Bills, and a surprise pick, Terrell Edmonds goes 28th to the Pittsburgh Steelers out of Virginia Tech. So congratulations to the Edmonds brothers for being drafted in this 1st round together. So that was definitely huge right there. But some things that I thought were a bit of a surprise, and I'm just going to be real brief about that, and then I'm going to go into a little bit, about, what's coming up as far as in the future with rookie camps coming, and also I actually have a couple of Dunce of the Day awards to give out. But before I go into what I didn't expect as some surprise from the draft, I do want to give a shout out to a couple of sponsors of Titans in Truth. First, to Rose Jewels Boutique and Allison Conley. Definitely check her out at Rose Jewels Boutique on Facebook, as well as at Rose Jewels Boutique on Instagram. If y'all are really looking for some jewelry and you see something that you want something creative for yourself, something that you like, a beaded necklace or something with a lot of charms on it, reach out to Allison Conley. You can find her again on Facebook, Instagram. Reach out to her and tell her what you look for. What would you like? You know, if you want like a charm, ladies, if you want like a charm bracelet, or if you want like a necklace with some charms on it or something like that, definitely reach out. Take a look at some of the things that she's done in the past and let her know what you want. And she could definitely try to put something together for you that is unique for you. Fellas, she could do the same thing for you. I'm going to be getting, and I've been mentioning this before, I'm going to try to get a beaded necklace together, hopefully in red and blue and two-tone blue, or two-tone blue and the light blue for the upcoming season. So I'm definitely going to get something that I can wear to the games and also show some love to her. Also, to my cousin LaCrystal Cleveland, Craft Gasmic Creations. Y'all have seen my Titans of Truth t-shirt, hoodie, and also the sweatshirt. If you want that exact shirt, if you want the shirt or the hoodie or the sweatshirt exactly like I have it, with my information on the back and everything, supporting Titans of Truth, hit LaCrystal Cleveland up. Hit her up on her Instagram at Craft Gasmic Creations. Also hit her up on Facebook as well, Craft Gasmic Creations or LaCrystal Cleveland. Hit her up too, and she may be able to give you a good price for that and can get it made. You know, if like the t-shirt, if you want it in light blue, if she can find it in your size, she could do that. She could do it in light blue. She could do it in two-tone blue. You could definitely do something like that. And just let her know you want the Titans of Truth shirt. She'll know what you're talking about. And so definitely let her know, and then you can give her time to make the shirt, and you can give her time to ship it to you, and you know, and everything with that. So she'll give you the prices on that. And you too can wear Titans of Truth gear to Titan games and Titan events. So you know, we can all tighten up together. So definitely hit her up about that as well. But those are our two sponsors, and I'm going to be working on gaining a few more sponsors as well for Titans of Truth. If you got a business that you want to promote or anything, talk to me, and we could definitely work something out to show your company some love and everything with that. So that's something that we're definitely looking forward to going on in the future. But some things that really surprised me in the draft, and I'm mainly going to talk about the first couple of rounds because that's where I paid the most attention to. First off, you know, the news came out about Baker Mayfield going number 1. You know, we knew that a quarterback was going to number 1 with the Cleveland Browns, but my shock started at number 4, taking Denzel Ward, the cornerback. And I know you can use a good corner, but I'm thinking you got Bradley Chubb sitting there. You should have picked him up, but he ended up going to Denver at 5, and now he's next to Von Miller. And another pick that I thought was surprising, Josh Rosen going 10 to the Arizona Cardinals. They trade up for him, and I could tell Josh Rosen looked PO'd. He looked pissed before he got picked, because you saw that Baker Mayfield went 1, Darnold went 3 to the Jets, Buffalo traded up to get Josh Allen, and then Josh Rosen finally goes 10 to the Arizona Cardinals. And so he did not look happy before he got to Tampa Bay, kind of got ahead of the Redskins, who I thought was going to pick Vita Vea at 13. But one of the biggest shocks of the draft has to go to the New Orleans Saints, and that's why they are pretty much a loser in my mind. They traded up 13 spots from 27 to 14, and not only that they traded all the way up there, they gave up a first-round pick next year to trade up. So I'm thinking, as a lot of people were, that if you trade up that high, you're going to draft a quarterback. That is the main reason you trade that far up, is to draft a quarterback. No other position is really that worthy. I think Marcus Davenport the way it was going, could have been there at 27. but they trade up to go for Marcus Davenport at 13. I thought that was a huge risk, and I know that Davenport is a very, very good player, but he's raw. He still has some work to do. He could get lost in the shuffle of a run play. If a blocker gets his hands on him and has a good grip on him, he doesn't know how to disengage from those blockers very well. So that's some things he has to work on. So if he's being picked at 13 like that, he better become an all-pro. He better be borderline defensive player of the year in the NFC to justify that pick. I did not like that pick at all. The Vander Esch pick at 19 to the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas fans were not very happy about that pick, and they kind of brought the boo birds out a little bit on that one. Definitely something else. Rashad Penny going 27 to the Seattle Seahawks. They traded back with Green Bay. They got Jair Alexander at 18, but they got Rashad Penny at 27. I think he would have been available in later rounds, or I would have went with Sony Michel, who went 31 to New England, or something like that. The Terrell Edmonds pick, I was very shocked about that. Nobody had him going in the first round either. But I will say a good surprise was the Ravens trading back into the first round, getting Lamar Jackson. I thought that was a very good pick for them to do that. And, to get a quarterback of the future. They could use him in some gadget plays and definitely, get him on the field a little bit. Also in round 2, I would say I wasn't expecting Austin Corbett to go to Cleveland so early. Nick Chubb, I could see, just looking at some other picks. Again, we traded up for Landry. Cortland Sutton just got stolen by Denver. Let's see. Josh Jackson. Green Bay going corners on first and second pick. Jair Alexander and Josh Jackson. Very, very solid picks there. Didn't understand Kansas City going with Breeland Speaks, the defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. Probably could have gotten him later as well. Connor Williams staying in Texas, going to the Cowboys, strengthening that offensive line. James Washington going to Pittsburgh in the second round. Mason Rudolph going to Pittsburgh in the third round. So that the Oklahoma State connection there with Washington and Mason Rudolph. So maybe they're not sure about Ben, and they figure they have to draft their quarterback of the future there in round 3. So those are a few picks that I was surprised. I was surprised that Abanya Arankwo went in the 6th round. I believe Lorenzo Carter went, trying to see where he went. Ronnie Harrison going to the Jags in the 3rd round. I was shocked about that. Maurice Hurst, I believe, went in the 4th round. I was very shocked he dropped that far. I was shocked that the Raiders picked Arden Key. So that was very interesting and everything. So those are just a few things I noticed. I see Sam Hubbard, Malik Jefferson back-to-back to the Bengals. So that was very impressive. But those are just a few things that I saw that I thought were some surprises in this draft. And also, I definitely say some surprises. Riley Ferguson, I'm gonna give him a shout out. I thought he would get drafted, but he got picked up as an undrafted free agent with Tampa Bay. Even though it hasn't been confirmed and announced yet, Akram Watley, running back from Iowa, signed with us as a undrafted free agent. Has a real chance to make the roster as the 3rd running back. Deontay Burnett, wide receiver out of USC, has a real possibility of making the team. Damon Webb, safety out of Ohio State, who, of course, has some familiarity with Mike Vrabel and secondary coach Kerry Coombs. So I think he may have a shot at making the team. But we definitely did very well in the undrafted free agent department because we only had 4 picks. So, of course, you only pick time. undrafted free agents. Hey, they better. Yeah, like they went defense for the majority of the draft. So they fixed that side of the ball because offensively they did some good last year with Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith, Taywan Taylor. They really like the group that they have. And so we're going to see about that going into training camp and also the mini camps and OTAs. Now, coming up in a few weeks, Harold Landry, Luke Falk, Dave Cruikshank will all be here because they're going to have a rookie mini camp, I believe, next week. They're going to have a rookie mini camp from the 11th through the 13th. And then later on in the month of May, you're going to have some voluntary you're going to have some mandatory mini camps with the veterans. You're going to have OTAs and everything like that leading up to training camp. And so those are a couple of big events coming up. Also, later on this month in May, the vote happens. They announce where the next two drafts are going to be for 2019 and 2020. I am really, really praying that the Tennessee Titans and the city of Nashville get the 2019 draft, which I think we have a very good shot of getting. 2020, I believe, is going to Vegas. I think it's automatic that they're going to go to Vegas in 2020 because I believe that it's the first year that the Raiders will be in Las Vegas as the Las Vegas Raiders. And, they'll have that new stadium up by then, so they'll want to show it off in 2020. So that's why I think it's automatic, a foregone conclusion, that they're going to do the 2020 draft in Las Vegas. They may not, I don't know, but I really hope that Nashville gets 2019 or 2020, and I think we have a very good shot of doing that because if that happens, of course, I'm going to be there all through the draft. You'll get some coverage from me, and I'm definitely going to try to get credentials so that I can get a whole lot closer. So that is definitely my aim, and we'll be on the lookout for that vote. So that's basically all I had really to say about the draft. I told y'all it's going to be kind of a short show and everything with that. But I like where this team is headed. They're on their caravan right now. I believe they did some stops at Fort Campbell with the troops. Also, they went down to Florence, Alabama. Derrick Henry was down there with Marcus. Derrick Henry was overjoyed with the pick of Rashaan Evans. He basically called it, and he was the first guy to call Rashaan Evans after, of course, John Robinson, Amy Adams-Strunk, and Coach Vrabel spoke to him. So, Derrick Henry, we may have a couple of future GMs with him and Logan Ryan. So I like the way that was going with that. So I'm very, very happy with the picks that we have. So normally I give out a star of the week and a dunce of the day. Star of the week has to be John Robinson for the picks that he made in his draft. I thought it was very aggressive. I thought he did a very good job with the picks that we have. And I just thought it was really, really, really good. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see these guys on the field and in action. But I have to give away 2 Dunce of the Day awards. First and foremost, I have to give a Dunce of the Day award to Vince Young. Of course, they bring back legends from teams to, announce the second round picks. And I'm thinking to myself, Vince, you had just one job to do. All you have to do is say Harold Landry. This fool gets up there and says, honor Landry, or was he trying to say Arnold Landry? I don't know what the heck he was trying to say, but the fact of the matter is, how you butcher Harold? That's not a very difficult name to pronounce. Even I can say it. The Tennessee Titans select Harold Landry. And I'm like, honor? Who in the world is honor? And then when they said Landry, Boston College, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, they got Harold Landry. I'm like, why didn't he just say that? I mean, butchered the pick. And I just thought that was so humiliating, so embarrassing to this organization that he did that. So Vince Young, you're a dunce of the day winner. I mean, hands down, that was just terrible. That was terrible. He shouldn't be allowed to make no more picks for the Tennessee Titans ever again. Ever again. No. No doing it. No more. Now, a second dunce of the day, and I'm going kind of away from football on this, is the Nashville Predators, the local hockey team here. They completely blew their game last night in the second round of the NHL playoff, Stanley Cup playoffs with the Winnipeg Jets. They go up there, they're tied at 1 in the series. They start off up 3-0 after a period. And so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, but I guess they forgot there's still 2 more periods of hockey left to play. And then they come out and stink up the joint, giving up 4 goals in the second period to go down 4-3 going into the third period. And then they tie up the game at 4. So you're thinking, okay, they're in the game. All they got to do is score 1 more goal. They might be able to walk out of here with a win. You know, and then something happened with Pekarine's mask, and it maybe messes up his vision. Bang, they give up the go-ahead goal. Predators lose. They have nobody to blame but themselves, but you know, they better regroup and they better come out balls of fire all game in game 4 tomorrow on Thursday. Because if they don't do that and they come back down 3-1, it's going to be very difficult for them to win this series. So, Predators, get your asses together and play Predator hockey like we all know you can. Because you are better than this. You are supposed to win the Stanley Cup championship this year. Get it done, Predators. Get it done. And to the fans, we need y'all loud, together. So I'm definitely going to be out there watching games and things like that. So get it together, Nashville. Get it together and win this Stanley Cup. I expect nothing less than a Stanley Cup championship. Bring it home. Okay? But everybody, that's pretty much going to do it for me. I mean, I really didn't, like I said, I didn't have a really long show. I just wanted to go over a little bit about the draft. We got the upcoming OTAs and rookie mini camps and getting closer to training camp. We're a little under 3 months away. We're almost there. We're almost getting close to football season. So y'all better buckle up and get ready because we're going to have a funky good time in Music City. So, I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. Oh, I'm probably going to go off the grid for just a little while because I think some things, I'm going to update the website some more, but then after that, I'm going to be trying to put some big things together to get ready to debut for training camp. And so I'll try to have some more equipment that I can broadcast live from Titans practice. Going to work on getting some media credentials so that I can actually be at practice and report to you from Titans camp, from training camp, and maybe get some interviews with players. Also try to buff up the website, get myself together to where I can get some good recordings and do some things better for you Titans fans, for you, and to give you a better Titans and Truth show. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Look forward to that. And we're going to have some big things coming for the 2018 season. And so just stick with me on that. And remember, hit up the Facebook, hit up Instagram, Twitter, the website, titansandtruth.wixsite.com/titansandtruth. And also, if you're watching this, comment either on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook channel for Titans and Truth fans. I want some nicknames for the page. What should the entire Titans and Truth Legion of supporters, what do y'all want to be called? You know, Maybe like a Titans of Truth, the TNT platoon, or the TNT battalion, something like that. You know, the the two-tone blue navy or something like that. Just throwing out something off the top of my head. I want y'all to think of some ideas for that, and comment to me and let me know what y'all think. And again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. You get content to all the shows and everything that's already on YouTube. Also, share this thing out on your Facebooks. Share this out to the other Titans pages around. Also, follow me on Twitter at TNT Blue Enforcer. That's TNT BLUEN 4CER. Okay, and then on Instagram, you can follow my page at Blue Enforcer 1914. Also, please follow the main Titans and Truth page at Titans_N_Truth on Instagram. So you can get all the content and get a few clips and everything from this show. And so definitely come on there and definitely support that as well. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in to Titans and Truth. And I'll be seeing y'all around real soon. Good night, y'all.